Hey, I just want to start by saying hello and welcome. I am so proud of you for taking control of your fitness and searching for more, even though you probably don't feel like fitness is your favorite thing right now. I totally get it. I just want to say how much I know you. I know that you've tried tons of things. I know you've dieted hard and you've lost weight and you've put the weight back on. I know that, maybe you've had a child and your body has changed since having that child. I know that when you look in the mirror, you don't like what you see. I know that the thoughts that run through your head are mean and negative, and you live in a reality where you feel a lot of shame around your body. I want you to know that there is a world where you don't have to feel like that. I want to teach you that there is a possibility for you to love yourself, not just be okay with yourself, but truly love yourself, not because you're fit, but because you have controlled your mind. That is my goal, and I am so excited to tell you about it. What I want to talk to you guys today about is the reasons that we fail, the reasons why we have failed in the past, and kind of like the persona that you are that causes you to fail. Some of you may see yourself in a couple different ones, but usually we have one persona that really takes control and causes us the failure in our life that we see consistently. Let's learn about ourselves and work with ourselves instead of against ourselves so that we can truly see wins without all the shame. Yeah. All right, here we are. The first person I'm going to talk about is Avery the Avoider. If you are Avery the Avoider, you may say things like, I really want to be fit. I want it so bad. I want to go on vacation, or I want to be a person who plays piano. Like, you want things. You're excited about the idea of being a person who does that. But you can just never see yourself getting there. You never take the step to actually become that person. And I want to talk a little bit about why you are an avoider. When we avoid things, we aren't avoiding the task. We are avoiding the emotion or thoughts that we have when presented with this bigger goal. For example, let's say you want to start dieting, what you're really afraid of isn't eating the salad. What you're really afraid of is the thoughts about yourself when you're hungry, or if you fail, or if you mess up. Like, you're afraid of not performing to the level that you want. You're afraid of the discomfort of hunger. You're afraid of the thoughts and emotions that are associated with this bigger goal. And in your head, you might not realize that you're doing this, but if you start to really think about the things that you are avoiding, you are then able to pinpoint which thought and emotion you're resisting the most. So ask yourself, okay, if you want to be fit, if you want to be a person who's on a diet or a person who goes for a run every day, what is it about that you are avoiding? What don't you want to feel? Do you not want to feel tired? Do you not want to feel like a failure if you mess up? Do you not want to feel uncomfortable the first time you run and you're not able to, perform at the rate that you wish you could? Really dive into yourself and understand what it is emotionally you don't. Now that you think you know the thought that is pushing you away, that uncomfortable thing, what can we do about it? How do we move on past that fear of discomfort? Let me give you an example. Before I started bodybuilding, I thought to myself, I will never be able to be that lean. People might laugh at me. I'm afraid people are going to think I'm too muscular or think my body's gross. I'm afraid that I won't have enough money to do it at the level that I want. I was afraid of so many thoughts, so many emotions, so many feelings. But thinking and fixating on those thoughts and emotions didn't make me run towards bodybuilding. If anything, it made me run the opposite direction. So instead, I had to replace those thoughts with different thoughts, more neutral thoughts that allowed me to feel a little bit better about that choice to go towards bodybuilding. So for example, I used to sit and, really fixate on the thought, every woman who's on the bodybuilding stage started where I am. Every woman who's on the bodybuilding stage is a regular woman just like me. Every woman who's on the bodybuilding stage is excited for me to join this sport. And when I used to think those thoughts made me feel calm. Those thoughts made me feel excited, accepted. And I chose instead to initiate those thoughts every time I was having the negative thoughts. Like, oh, maybe I can't do this. Maybe I'll never be lean enough. No, every woman on this stage has learned to be lean like this. I also can learn to be lean like this. Maybe people think I'm gross. I don't think they're gross. I think they're fantastic. So other people are going to think that I'm fantastic. And the thoughts are always going to be different depending on the person. So what I really suggest is come up with a few until you find one that feels right and stick to it. Every time you hear that negative thought come up, you say, no, fuck that. I'm going to use this thought instead. And it's really a choice of just not engaging with that old thought and initiating that new thought on purpose with intention. The last tip for the Avery Avoider is truly putting a time frame. If I'm avoiding something and there's no deadline, well, I'm probably just not going to do it. Let's say I need to get my teeth cleaned. I don't really want to call a dentist and get my teeth cleaned and book an appointment. I just don't want to, so I just don't. If I want to make myself do it, I need to put a time frame on it so that I'm forced with a deadline. So if I wake up this morning and I want to get my dental appointment done, I say to myself, I will call a dentist before noon today. Before noon today, I will call a dentist. That is forcing me to do it within a time frame. It is setting a goal, it is setting a limit, and it is making me take action. So if you're avoiding fitness, don't just say, I want to be fit. I want to be fit and I'm going to start today, or I'm going to start on Friday. I'm going to start on this exact day. And when you put that time frame on it, everything changes because you've made that intention and you need to follow through.